Hi guys, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know. I don't know if I set the chat up or not. Let me know. Let me see if I don't know if the chat is up. Anyway, I tried to go to my nature trails, but I didn't get any signal. So I figured I came to the park. Okay, hi Lisa, can you hear me? Is it real windy? Let me know. Oh Lord, I can't see anything. I can't even read. I don't have my glasses. Hey Stevie, hey Jody, how are you? I just figured out, Lisa, is it too windy? Let me know. It is windy? Let me try to walk over here. Let me just tell you what I just figured out, Lisa. So I went to the trails, okay? You know where I always go with Nala? And I said, Lisa, I can't go live because I didn't get like signal, right? And so I'm like, let me come to the park because that's closer. Because where the trails is at, that's 525 like acres. I didn't realize that I had to turn off my data and put the hotspot on. And I could have like walked there. I just realized that now. Because when I tried to go live, it wouldn't let me go live. I'm like, shit, I get no signal here. And then I remembered. Like, I'm so dumb. So, yeah. So now I know. I'll try it again. But I came over here because it's not as windy. I can't really see the chat too much. But once I get over here, I'm going to set the tripod up. And then I can read the chat. Hey, Shark. Thank you so much. I think I'm reading that right. I can't see nothing. And I forgot my glasses. So let me go over here by that graffiti wall. It's cold as hell. It's like 50. Is it too windy? Because I'll go in the car. Let's go in the car. It's too friggin' windy. And then I can see you guys. That's what I'll do. Hold on. Give me a second. I did not think this through. I called Lisa and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to go live. But I didn't think anything through. So I'm walking to the car and we'll go inside. I have my bag. Let me show you the geese real quick. Let me walk up to the geese. I tried to pull in and the geese were in the middle of the road. Oh, it's too far out. Okay, hold on. Let me get in the car. Let me get my keys. Hold on. I'll put you down for a second. Hold on. Okay. All right, let me get in the car. Can you tell I'm not prepared? Oh my God, it's so much warmer in here. All right, now, how is it? I don't see the chat now. Is this much better? Let me know. Hi, Crystal. Hey, Stephanie. Okay, is it better? Oh my God, I'm out of breath. Your girl is out of shape. Yes, I am. Good. Like I said, I thought, should I bring my microphone? But I was scared that the microphone would it would pick up the wind. You are as clear. Good, 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 good. I don't have my, what do you call it, mount with me. So otherwise I'd put you up on the mount, but you're on the selfie stick. So if it's a weird angle, let's see if I can fix this. There we go. So let me know what you guys are doing. I'm not going to stay on long. This was like a test run. Hey, Jazz, how are you? Hi. Is it Andrea? Is that how you say your name? Hey, Lauren. I'm having trouble seeing because I don't have my glasses, so please forgive me. Like I said, this was not planned. I thought, let me just go live because I wanted to go on the trails where I usually go and see if we can all together find that haunted house. Who remembered Uh, who remembered when the first time around I went on the thing and I found that abandoned mansion? Do you guys remember that? I have not been able to find it again. So I thought if we all went together, maybe we can find it. Not thinking Wi-Fi, the wind, it's cold, you know? You guys remember? How cool was that? Can you believe I've never found it again? But this is what I was saying. So when I have Nala with me, I go in a different direction because there's less people, right? When I found that abandoned mansion, I went in through the entranceway up the blue trail. So I thought if I just go that way, maybe we can find it. So I remember, weren't you with Isaiah? Yeah. Oh, and you spelled Isaiah right. A lot of people don't spell his name right. Yes, I was with Isaiah. And that's when he does not like to be on camera. So I couldn't do like exploring like I wanted to, you know. That house in the back, low key, looks haunted. Oh, and then you did research on it. Yes. So in World War II, I think it was World War II, when people would go there to eat, they would fix the meals and everything, but like it caught on fire and stuff. So that was pretty cool. I don't know, like with this chat goes in and out. Let me see something. Did I ever show you like my bag I carry? I have everything in here. Maybe you could look it up before. Well, you know what, Stevie? So they have a Lisa found a map because I showed her like where I go. And there was a map with directions, but I'm not good with directions. So maybe once it gets warmer, we can all like do it together and you guys can help me find it, because that would be cool. And then I could show you, like I could walk and show you like what's still standing and stuff, you know? Safe travels. Talk to you soon. Thanks, Jess. Thanks for showing up. I know it was last minute, so I really appreciate you. You suck with map too. Well, you know, at least it scared the hell out of me because I wasn't scared to go to the trails. Lisa, what kind of animals is there? Coyote? I just thought it was just deer there. And she was like, do you know this animal's here and this animal's here and they see this animal? I'm like, why did you tell me that? Hold on a second. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. All right. Bears and stuff. Yes. I'm like, we don't have bears where I live. I tell Lisa all the time, we only have squirrels and snakes here because I live in the city. She was like, no, Ann, you have bears. I'm like, we do not have bears here. And I say that so that like, it doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? Let's see. Just got custody. Oh, hold on. Of my foster daughter. Oh, congratulations. That is so exciting. Maybe have 2 phones. One showing your... I always keep 2 phones. I have another one right here. Let me show you. That's a good idea, Crystal. I never thought about that. But I always keep 2 phones with me. That way, God forbid something happens to me. So when I'm filming, I have another phone, like emergency. So I always do that. I didn't even think about that. Crystal? See, that's why I keep you guys, see? Hey, Ann, love from Kentucky. Hello. How's Kentucky weather? I think it's like 50 here, but it's very windy. I don't know why this chat just like drops. Very smart having 2 phones. Yeah. Well, I started doing that long before I start taking Nala with me. I thought just in case something happens, then I have the phone, you know. I don't know. It's warm today. Is it? It is. It's not like cold, but it's windy, if that makes sense, which makes it cold. Very windy here in Vegas. Really? I would think Vegas will be warm. What is the weather in Vegas right now? Let me know. I was going to, if this did not work that I can go live, I was going to just vlog. And then like, I got to go grocery shopping. So I think I'm going to take you guys, not like on the live, but I got to go. Let me know how you guys like. It's 55. Wow. But windy. Right. It's about 50 here, about the same weather, but windy. Do you guys like when I take you in the stores with me, like when I go grocery shopping and stuff like that? Let me know. 63. Wow, that's nice. Lisa, you were saying where you live too, it's getting warm, right? Yeah, you like shopping? I figured it. Well, at first, when I first started vlogging, oh my goodness, I would keep my phone. This is so funny. So you know where the car is and like in the front where you like put a baby? I have my pocketbook in there. And I keep my phone like right where like I'm touching the pocketbook. And like if people came around, because I don't like to get people on camera anyway, in case they don't want to, I try very hard not to, especially kids. And I would get so embarrassed, I'd shut it right off. But now it's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to vlog. Like when there was a crowd around, of course, I don't like vlog because I don't want to get people in there, without them knowing. And, but I thought that's pretty cool because I'm nosy. I like to see different states and like what their stores look like and what people buy, So I figured you guys would like it too. I'm late. Did I miss anything? No, Connie, you did not. I had to come in the car because I was outside and it was too windy. And if it's a little shaky, it's because I'm holding you on the selfie stick. You enjoy the shopping? Now, I don't take you guys when I go to the butcher shop and stuff because, but just to go to ShopRite, and now I'm doing like Walmart and stuff. 66 in California. Wow. That's nice. It's probably cold for you guys, but it'd be nice. It is in the 40s. See, yeah, it's cold and windy. It's the wind I don't like. Just like I love 100-degree weather, but I don't like the humidity. You know what I'm saying? That I can't take that. You are getting half a cow next week. If you tell me that one more time. Lisa's so happy about this half a cow, which is smart. It's smart because, you know what? This is so funny. You know why I like talking to you guys? I will go home. This is before like I start vlogging, like shopping and stuff. And no lie, I would go home and I would tell my kids all the time, oh my God, this was this price and this was it. Like I would tell them. And my oldest son, Tyler, was like, Mom, if you tell me that one more time, but it's like, I'm just shocked at like how the prices are, like eggs, cereal, meat. I'm just shocked at like how much everything costs. I don't know how people do it that have big families or like kids, babies. Like, I don't know how you do it. It's 42 here today. Well, that's cold from where you live. The prices are off the charts. They are. It's so shocking to me. Like I remember, I'll give you an example. So we have an air fryer and I just buy stuff in the air fryer, like, for the kids, like if they're hungry, like before dinner, that's not like what they eat, like for dinner. And so there's this one pack of like this chicken. It's like buffalo chicken. And I remember it was only $6.99. So I used to get like 4 or 5 of them, Those things are almost $11 now, just within the last like month and a half. How much it went up. I said, damn, this was when I wish I had food stamps again because I just don't know how, thank God my kids are grown, they eat a lot, but they help me, if that makes sense. Like, thank God, because I wouldn't be able to afford it. Honestly, I don't know what I would do. It's terrible, embarrassing. My mom is buying our groceries. Why? Don't be embarrassed. Let me just tell you something. Before I was married, let me tell you something. My mom was my saving grace and my grandmother. Now, I have a husband and all my kids work, so it's a little different. But when I was raising my kids, I was struggling, okay? Living in the projects. I got food stamps. That wasn't enough, okay? I was never on cash assistance, but, I was at one time, but like I worked and had food stamps. And I tell you guys this, told you the story before. I remember at the end of the month, like I used to count my change, my coins, because at that time, I'll never forget, if you went to McDonald's, a Happy Meal was like 69 cents, or a cheeseburger Happy Meal was like a little bit more. They were definitely under $1. And it was cheaper to get my kids Happy Meals for dinner than to go buy meat, like vegetables, potatoes. I couldn't afford it. So I used to have to count my change. So there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Nothing at all, because let me just tell you, it's hard. Everybody now is a paycheck short of getting put out. Like, let's be real. I mean, look, my husband, he works in education. He could lose his job, right? They can say, "Oh, we don't need so many." What I mean, everybody is able to lose their job right now. Like, nothing is safe. Maybe in the medical field, but that's why we're unhealthy. It's cheaper to eat. Yes, that is so true. Because I watch these some people, and well, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I was scared to like show what I buy. Now, that's not, when I go to ShopRite, that's not all what I buy. I mean, my kids eat healthy. I'm gonna just show you like some things, because I go shopping a couple times a month, right? We just got our food stamps off because my husband got $100 Christmas bonus. We used to get it $300 a month. See, isn't that terrible? Let me tell you this. I'll never forget when I was getting food stamps. And I remember I started getting child support. Okay. And my kids' fathers always, owed me money. Well, I'm lying. My oldest son, Tyler's dad, always paid. He paid every 2 weeks because he got paid every 2 weeks. And I would get $302 a month. Now, this was back in the 90s. So that's pretty good money. Now, my daughter's father never paid. So I remember they took his taxes. Either that, or maybe he got locked up and he had to pay like a little bit to get out. I cannot remember. But they used that because it was time to get recertification. You get recertified. They used it because the month before I got the child support. And so they said, now you're getting child support. I said, no, if you look, I only get child support maybe once or twice a year. And do you know they took me off child support because I made was like $10 over the limit. So I had to wait a couple months to prove I'm not getting child support to reapply. And this was back years ago. I was pissed, It's like, I think sometimes the system keeps you broke, if that makes sense. Like, when I lived in the projects, I would hear people say, well, get a better job and get out. Here is the problem. If you make too much money, you're not able to live where you're at. You can't get subsidized housing, or you can't get food stamps. You can't get on your feet. I was going to go to the community college, put my hand to God, and where I was living at told me I was not allowed to go to college because of stifling, it's income, different things. So it kept me there because it's just very hard. I'm going to be honest. You know how I got out of there? By meeting my husband. And he helped me get my credit and different things like that. But other than that, it's harder than what you think, They keep you on a vicious, yes. It's very true. I'm talking about single moms, like having the fathers that aren't in their lives. Because I had 3 kids, 3 different men. And now Tyler's dad helped me. He wasn't involved in his life, but he did help me with child support. So the others did not, So it's hard when you raise kids, by yourself. So my point was, getting back to earlier, my mom had to help me. Never be embarrassed for help. See, my problem was pride. I didn't want to ask anybody for help. I would never call my kids' fathers and say, your daughter needs this, your son needs this, because of pride. And what did that do? It hurts you. My mom always helped me too, yes. Hey, Dolphins girl, how are you? Sorry, I'm not reading the chat. You know how I get when I get talking. I can't shut up. I'm a talker. And if I read the chat, I'll forget what I was saying. So please forgive me. I'm not trying to be rude. Family helps family. That's so true. That's so true. My grandmother used to always say, we have a small family, right? But we had a very loving family. One hand, one person. We always helped each other, My mom still helps, and I'm 40. Can I tell you guys something funny? When my mom and my grandma lived together, right? When they both passed, they were still living together. And I don't know why. They would fight like married couples, right? I would go in there and they would be fighting. And I always took up for my grandmother, and my mom would get mad. But my mom will say, Ann, come here. And she would give me money. She'd go, put it in your pocket and don't tell grandma. And I'm like, okay. But my mom helped me until the day she died. I didn't ask for help, but That's just how she was. Unfortunately, that's not the kind of family I have. It is hard because not everybody has that type of family. Now, I had my mom and grandma, but that's it. I didn't get help from anybody else, you know? But I did have that, thank God. You know, I'm very, very, very blessed. Um, Let me see. Hey, Ann, lots of love from Ireland. Hello. If you're just coming in, I don't have my glasses on, so it's a little blurry. Kristen, I think it says. So, you know, forgive me. Like I said, this was not planned. I should have thought better and brought my glasses and stuff, you know? We helped my parents. My parents haven't helped us for at least 15 years. But see, Jody, you'll get blessed for that. I truly believe that. Now, I always helped my mom and grandma in business. Like I was their power of attorney. And, um, you know, like I was able to help them and different things like that, you know, but you'll get blessed for that. You know, that's in the Bible. You know that. My family is so helpful. Okay. It borders, I can't read what it says. Karma will keep good. Um, like I have a brother. You guys know I don't talk about my brother too much, and I won't get too personal, but I haven't talked to my brother in over 20 years. You know, he disowned my mom and different things years ago because my mom's, you know, habit, different things like that. But um a lot of people did not accept that I dated outside my race. Is all that I will say. And you know, so I only had my mom and grandma, right? I don't talk to my brother either, yeah. And it's sad because now that my mom and grandma is, you know, my brother, you know, that's all you have. Like I tell my kids all the time, if something ever happens to me, you guys are all that you have. Never fight. And I always bring up my brother. I said, don't let what happened to me and my brother happen to you guys. You're all that you have. And I always try to stress that. But see, I have to practice what I preach because I have it where like, he didn't accept me. He didn't accept my kids. I'm not calling him. But I'm just as bad if I'm not calling him either to try, you know, like I'm stuck like, you know, do I call and try or not, you know? But it's that pride thing. I got to let that pride thing go, you know? I don't talk to my brother either. He's impossible pig-headed, though. I've tried. See, I remember, now this was going back years ago, and I would see my brother in the room and say hi to him, and he would act like I wasn't even there. Yep. My boys are very close now that they're grown, and that's good. See, my kids are real close too. My oldest son and Isaiah are almost 10 years apart. They're nine, I say 10, but they're like 9 years apart. And Tyler looks after Isaiah like he's his father. Like he's so close. Like, you know, if Isaiah, you know, he'll say, do you need sneakers? Do you need this? Do you need that? Like they're very good. And like now, because Lexi's the only girl, she is very spoiled. Like they spoil her. Like she doesn't even know what like picking up a laundry basket feels like, you know, which is great. I'm glad that they're like that. Life is so short. You're right. And that's what I think of too. Like, but then again, it's that pride thing, you know? When I went through my addiction, my sister just couldn't be bothered and just did. See, that's true. And that's how it was with my mom. When we were growing up, my mom was addicted to different things. And I remember growing up, like me and my brother, like one time I thought my mom was dead. I would try to wake her up on the couch and I would say, Mommy, Mommy. And I would call my aunt. And my family always told me my mom was sick. So I always thought my mom was going to die. But yeah, of course, they're not going to tell us 9 and 10 years old. My brother's a year and a half older than me. You know, 9 and 11 years old, you know, so they just said, oh, she's sick. She's not feeling good. And then when I started having kids, it was, she got away from that type of stuff, but pills became her addiction. And then when she started getting sick, like really getting sick, she needed these pills. But when you're an addict, you know, it was just hard. And so my brother's wife, they met in high school, and they're Italian, like true Italian family. Like every Sunday they would eat dinner together, like all the sisters, brothers, in-laws, everything. And because we didn't have a father, my father passed away when I was young, he kind of went to that and he looked at that, which I understood, but he washed his hands from us, and he'll have to answer that. That's what I say with that, but I don't wish no hard feelings on him, anything like that. I have a brother I haven't spoken to for at least 10 years. He is a drug addict, and we have no clue where he is. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Judy. I am. I always, you know what, though? Even though I have a brother, it's hard to believe I have a brother because I always felt like I was a single child. Does that make sense? Because my whole adult life, I've been on my own. And I think that's why I have so much pride, or I don't know how to explain it, Do you know what's weird? This is actually showing like what color I am. This is like because do you remember when I was having problems with the lighting and everything? Like I looked so balanced out and washed out. Maybe I should film my videos in the car, right? I understand why you feel how you feel. Yeah, it's sad, but I do wish I had a relationship with my brother. Absolutely. I wish we did, I have a nephew that is mentally ill. He lives homeless. It's sad. And that breaks my heart. Mental illness, I did a video on my main channel, right? And I talked about like what I go through. And I don't think mental illness is talked about enough, like bipolar, depression, anxiety, so many other things that people deal with, or people weren't diagnosed with, or misdiagnosed, or not on the right medication, or not medicating themselves, or whatever the case may be. We can even go spiritually, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like it's not talked about enough. And it's sad. It really is sad, Hi, Ann. I'm just stopping to say hi. How are you? I can't read who it is. It's a little blurry for me. I apologize. But whoever's here, I just want to say hi. Self-medicating is how I got into drugs. Do you know what? This is funny. So I was on pain pills for like 16 years. I was in a car accident. I think I told you guys, right? Well, Isaiah broke both his ankles and stuff. And it was a bad car accident. I never had a problem with pills. I never went short. I never I don't know if I got high, but I don't feel like I got high. Oh, thank you so much. Charmaine's Staycation, thank you so much. I just love you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But I started drinking at a young age. That was my choice of drug, was alcohol, beer. It was Coors Light, piss beer. I know. Read me to filth. I know. And I could not drink liquor. Liquor, I got nasty. Like if I went to a bar and you guys were with me, right? We're all girlfriends. We're all like chilling, having fun. I would look at somebody and say, what the F are you looking at? I started fights. So I could not drink liquor. Liquor was off the table, but I liked beer. My issue is I could not stop drinking. I was literally like 125 pounds soaking wet. And I would drink a 30 pack and I would keep going until I passed out. I could not stop my drinking. Now I was a happy drunk. And then one day I start feeling sorry for myself. I had 2 kids at the time, 2 different men, all these issues. I felt bad. My mom started getting sick. I just, depression. Okay. I didn't realize how bad my depression was. And I remember I had a friend come over. I was living in the projects and she came over, which we were friendly. And I knew she used to get high, but she was one of those people that still went to work, cooked dinner, and all that. And I remember she asked me if I wanted to do something with her. It was a crack. Let's keep it real. And I was like, no, first I was like, no, I'm good. So she didn't, she was like, oh, okay. She never again asked, nothing like that at that time. Well, maybe a month later, I knew she was high. She had came over and I didn't have my kids that weekend. And I asked her and she goes, oh yeah. And I tried it for the first time. And I liked it because I wanted to know, what does this feel like that my mom and dad liked it? Why? I always felt like my dad chose that. That's why he died. Now I know differently. But at that time, I'm still like, this is what depression does. I didn't know I had depression. And, I was just feeling like, how come I don't have a father? Blah, all that stuff. And one time is all it took. But I always drank before I wanted to get that high, right? So that's why I can't drink now, because I'm scared I want to get more of a high. And well, you guys know if you've been here, I relapsed over the summer, but thank God that was just very quickly. And my sister, I can't read it, is in and out of jail. I haven't seen her in 10 years. Yeah, that's terrible. It's so hard to imagine you doing, yeah, but yeah. Well, that's why I tell you guys, like, listen, do you know why I say this to a lot of people? When I first started my channel, do you guys remember how many giveaways I had on my main channel? I was doing giveaways all the time because I know what it's like when you can't even afford mascara. I know what that's like. I know what it's like counting change to feed your children. I know what that's like. I didn't always have what I have now. And so I always wanted to give back, because there are people that just can't afford stuff. You can't afford makeup. So I enjoy doing it. So like I said, I didn't always have, and I never forgot where I came from. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I don't forget where I came from and where I could go back, right? Because what God gives you, he can take away. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think people forget. The chat disappeared. Okay, let me see. Made some homemade pasta during your live. My first time making it. Oh, good. Do you know what I want to learn how to make? My mother-in-law used to make really good pasta, and she would put like crab meat in there. Now, I'm not supposed to eat crab meat or anything because I get like these welts, but they were so good. Like, I wish before she passed, like I asked her what her recipe was. It's the best pasta salad I've ever tasted in my life. And I've tried and tried. I cannot make it. Not like she can. I've tried. What time is dinner, Anna? I'm on my way. Me too. Me too. I love eating. That's my problem. I can't keep the fork out of my mouth. Leave the crab alone. I know. I haven't had crab since, I think, the summer. Remember when I had those welts? One day, last year, I ate some crabs. And I'm like, Lisa, my face is all broke out. She says, why? I said, because I ate crabs. She says, Ann, allergic to it. I said, well, I wanted to see if I was still allergic to it. So stupid. Do you ever do that? Like, you're sick. Lisa, you know this. You're sick and you don't take medicine because you want to see if you're really sick or if it's just allergies, and then you're real sick. You went out with Lexi. Yes, that's when the last time I had crabs. And do you remember the next day I was vlogging, actually here at the park, and I had like those welts all over. Oh my God, it was terrible. I was like, never again. I did. I went to say, well, maybe I'm not allergic anymore. Stupid. Because I notice as years go by, I get more, like, before I would just like break out a little bit, but now I'm getting these welts. So I'm like, all right, I'm leaving it alone. But they're just so good. I love crabs. I can eat crabs like every day. I'm so allergic to wine, but do you know, Stevie, that's one thing I've never really tried wine before. Well, I'm lying. Many years ago, I tried it and I didn't like the taste, but, I couldn't even tell you what it was, what type of wine, but I've never like got into wine. When I used to drink, it was just Coors Light. Beer. Love crab. Me too. Oh, that's about the only seafood that I really like. Like, shrimp is okay, but it's all, you know what I mean? But it's not like regular crab. I like the dungeon crabs, like the crab legs. Oh my God, they're so good. See, now I want crabs. I only drink wine mixed with 7-Up. You know what, Jody? I don't think I ever heard anybody mix wine with soda. Do you guys do that? Is that a thing? Let me know. Jody's here. Do you know what? I never made any. Jody and Lisa, I have to make you guys moderators on this channel. I don't know. Okay, let me see if I push you. Add as a moderator. I don't know what managing moderator means or standard, so we'll do. I don't know what that did. Lisa Smith is managing moderator for your channel. I don't know what that means. Okay, Jody, let me get Jody here. Okay, hold on. Add as a moderator, managing. All right. It either said standard or managing. I put managing. I don't know what that means, but is it a thing? Hold on, it goes up. Is it a thing? I've served it to people a lot. Really? Oh, it is a thing. So I tell you, I can't say. I never heard of that. When like I told you, I didn't drink like alcohol, but when I did, what are they called? Screwdrivers, the orange juice and vodka. I would have like this much vodka and all the orange juice because I don't like the taste of alcohol unless I'm already drunk. Do you know I don't smoke cigarettes either? But when I would drink, like really drink, I would smoke cigarettes. I probably wasn't even inhaling. And let me tell you a story why I don't smoke cigarettes. Now, if this ever happened nowadays, they'd probably call DIFUS or CPS on you. I was 10 years old. I lived in Ocean City, New Jersey, and we lived like a couple streets over from the boardwalk, okay? But we lived on top of, it was 9th and Asbury, and back then, it was on top of a karate store, so it was like an apartment we lived in. And I remember me and this girl, Megan, okay? We skipped school, and I went over to her house. We were walking the boardwalk. Now, 10-year-old girls, okay? Walking the boardwalk, having a good old time. Now, we went back to her house. We start smoking her mom's cigarettes, everything. Now, I was the type of child, I would feel guilty, and I would tell on myself. So I told my mom. I was like, Mom, I skipped school and I'm crying. I told her we smoked cigarettes. So she goes, oh, you want to smoke? And she says, here. Now, my mom's choice of cigarettes was Parliament cigarettes, okay? She took out, and they were the 100s, the long ones, okay? She took out a pack of cigarettes, and she made me smoke one after another after another. Guys, I was throwing up. And she said, nope, keep smoking. And then, I didn't smoke the whole pack, and you know what? I never smoked again. Like, I told you, like, if I was, like, drinking or something. But just to go out and buy a pack of cigarettes, never. That taught me a lesson, and I still remember that nauseous, throwing up feeling. And that was the best thing my mom ever did for me. And you think of it now like that's mean, but I'll tell you what. I've never touched another cigarette, like, as far as going to buy cigarettes because I wanted to smoke. Never. Isn't that crazy? I have never smoked in my life. Yeah. I quit smoking 3 years ago. Well, smoking, though, that's hard to quit. It's very hard. My mom was in her final stages of COPD, and she had heart issues and different things. And at the last couple months, my mom was like on a breathing oxygen, and they would put morphine in it. So she'd breathe the morphine and all that. But do you know she would still smoke cigarettes? Now, she'd only do like a puff here and a puff there. But I'm like, Mom. And I never argued with her because she was dying. I mean, let her. I mean, what you know what I mean? But she still had to smoke until until like the last week when she couldn't even get out of the chair. But that's good that you smoke, because I hear smoking is like very, very hard to do. Cigarettes are harder to quit than drugs. Yeah, that's what I hear. My aunt, when she had her first grandchild, is when the girl was pregnant, she went to the doctor to help her stop smoking, and she did. She stopped smoking, and she never smoked again. But I know a lot of people, they just can't. Because it's like it's kind of like when you pop pills or smoking. Number one, it's a habit, right? Habit forming, right? As far as like, smoking, your hand to your mouth, that's habit, right? Just like with pills, it's a habit. And it's also very addicting, so it's very hard to do, I hear. I don't know what happened to my chat. I'm not going to stay on here too much longer, but at least I know now how to go live. I have to turn my data off. Hey, Megan, same here. Except 2 months, not 2 years. Oh, good, Stevie. I didn't know you quit smoking. I need to put some, like, lip balm or something on. You should see everything I have in here. It's like I have a diaper bag. I swear, there's so much stuff in this book bag that I keep. I mean, down from crackers to a Pop-Tart to an energy bar to water bottles to a towel. Like one of those microfiber towels, tissues. I mean, it's so much, other stuff, have in there. It's so funny. Sunglasses. Oh, one day I should do, you know how they do the, what's in my bag? I should show like what's in my, what would I call it? What's in my, essential bag? Figures there's a whole bunch of food and stuff in there. Gosh, stuff I shouldn't be eating, like Pop-Tarts and all that kind of stuff. But I always thought, well, what if my sugar drops? See, I'll have an excuse for everything. That's why I can't lose no weight or my sugar, you know? My husband smokes cigars. Oh, I don't know where your comment went, Jody. Let me see. Okay. Occasionally they stink. Yeah. Do you know what I hate the smell of? Is Black and Milds. Because do you remember back in the 90s and 2000s, I mean, maybe they still are popular, but everybody smoked like those Black and Milds. I hate that smell. I don't like the smell of cigarettes either, but Black and Milds, oh gosh. I stopped smoking a few months before I turned 30. You're 47 now. That's amazing. You like the smell of Black and Milds? Oh my God, I hate it. Do you know what's funny? Now, I don't smoke weed, but I love the smell of weed. I just love it. You know, if I can just smell it all day, I would be fine. But I don't smoke it. And only because it's legal here in Jersey. I don't do it because years ago when I did try smoking weed, it didn't calm me down. It made me more anxious, right? It did the opposite. So I didn't like it. I was like, no, I don't want this, you know? Because when I was in pain management, they used to tell me, because at that time, weed wasn't legal here in Jersey yet, but it was legal, like medical marijuana. And they used to say, you know, you want to get on this program, you could try. And I'm like, no, I just don't like weed, you know? I was a 20 a day at least. I stopped 15 years ago. Oh, that's amazing. Amazing. My mom slowed down a lot. Now, she was like at 2 packs a day. And then she got down to like 1 pack a day. And then when she started getting sick, she was doing like 1 cigarette. Like that would last her like 3 or 4 days, because she would just do a puff here and a puff there. But she like it was more mental, I think, for her, like just to have something, you know. Because I was just say, Mom, if you're only taking a couple puffs a day, why do you need it? But I like I said, when she got real bad, I mean, you know, whatever she needed to do, I didn't care. What Lisa said. I don't know why this chat comes and it goes. Me too with weed. I smell my husband's weed when he gets some. Yeah, I don't know. The medical kind smells great. Yeah, I don't think I've ever smelled the medical kind. Have I? I don't think I know anybody on medical marijuana. I don't know. But yeah, I've always liked the smell of weed. But, all right, I'm going to get off of here in a few minutes. Weed smells like sage. Which you hate that? Jody, what do you like? Like, what, do you like the smell of rose and stuff like that? Flowers? Oh my God, I love the smell of flowers. Yeah, I'm going to get off of here because, like I said, this was just a test run and I can't see too well. And I feel rude that I'm not singing your names and reading everything. And then I'm a talker. So I have to go live next time, like when I have my glasses so I can read, because it's a little blurry. Do you know what I mean? Should smell like skunk. Yeah, it does. It does smell like skunk, but a good skunk. God. The things we talk about. All right, so I'm going to get off of here, and once it gets warmer, we'll do some walk and talks, but I know it's too windy and stuff like that. But thank you so much for coming on. I had a really good time. I appreciate you, and I'll be vlogging tomorrow morning because I have to go grocery shopping and stuff like that, so I'll definitely start vlogging. All right, guys, I will see you later. Oh, I'm going to go to CVS real quick to see if I can find that other mascara. Somebody said try CVS. So if I can find it, I'm going to try to film that tonight for my main channel. All right, I'm getting off of here. Bye.